and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. On the Texas flag, I pledge allegiance to thee, Texas, one state, under God, one and indivisible.
All right, thank you everyone who's here, and I do see Steve's on now, so like I said, just welcome everyone. This might be this hopefully our last meeting before Christmas, right?
I hope so.
So hopefully none of us see each other before Christmas. No, but we are glad you're here. I hope you're having a good start to your holiday season and have a good time with your family. So we're going to open up, move now to item number 4, which is reading of proclamations and special presentations. We do have one, and so I'm going to read that right now. It says, whereas the mission of the public schools is to meet the diverse educational needs of all children and to empower them to become competent, productive contributors to a democratic society in an ever-changing world. And whereas CISD board members are committed to believe that all children can be successful learners and that education is tailored to the individual needs of the child, and whereas CISD board members work closely with parents, educational professionals, and community members to create the educational vision we want for our students, and whereas CISD board members are responsible for ensuring the structure provides a solid foundation for our school system, and whereas CISD board members are strong advocates for public education and are responsible for communicating the needs of the school district to the public and the public's expectation to the district, now therefore be it proclaimed that we, Mayor Joe Ashton, and the River Oak City Council do hereby declare our appreciation to the Castleberry Independent School District board members and proclaim the month of January 2022 as School Board Appreciation Month, and urge all citizens to join us in recognizing the dedication and hard work of CISD board members and in working with them to mold an educational system that meets the needs of both today's and tomorrow's children. Proclaimed this 14th day of December 2021. So that's January 22nd will be School Board Appreciation Month, and we will also read this at their next meeting in January. So forward to that. Now we'll move on to public testimony. Citizens are invited to speak on any topic or agenda item before and during the meeting in response to the mayor to be recognized. However, unless the item is specifically listed on the agenda, the council is required under the Texas Open Meetings Act to limit our response with a statement of specific factual information reciting the city's existing policy on the issue or directing the person making the inquiry to visit with city staff about the issue. No council deliberation is permitted for topics not specifically listed on the agenda. Do we have anyone wishing to speak in public testimony? Seeing none, we'll move to the consent agenda. All items under this section are recommended for approval for the consent agenda. These items are of a routine nature and require only brief deliberation by council. The council reserves the right to remove any item on the consent agenda for further deliberation. Those items are A, approved minutes from November 23rd regular council meeting, B, approved minutes from December 7th special council meeting, C, approved bills payable for period ending December 14th, and D, approved economic development performance agreement with Jolly C-Store at 4710 River Oaks Boulevard. Do we have any items?
Mayor, if you want to pull D off, Jolly's here.
Okay, so we'll pull item D. Do I have any motions on items A through C?
I make a motion we approve the consent agenda, item A, B, and C, and we will pull off item D.
Second. We have a motion and a second to approve items A through C on the consent agenda. Is there any further discussion? All in favor say aye.
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 Motion carries. We'll move now to item number 7, which is the discussion and or action taken on items withdrawn from consent agenda for separate deliberation.
This went before the EDC last night, and EDC approved it with a guarantee letter,
Okay.
which we have tonight, and we also have the revised agreement, which had a few changes that our attorney made, and it should be ready to go. Basically, what it is he wants no more than $10,000 for the permit fees, which EDC will pay to the general fund, and he is, I did find out today, Mr. Holland, you were right, that, there is not a fuel tax for River Oaks. There's no sales tax on it, so it doesn't compute into the numbers that we did. We did come up with about $42,000 annually of additional revenue that it's going to bring to the city, and that put him on a 3-year, has 3 years to reimburse it, which he says will be done in year 1, which is probably the 2022 tax year, which just the permit fee should definitely be reimbursed. So it seemed like something that we wanted to do to promote Jolly building his convenience store and getting it going. And he's here tonight if you have any questions for him.
Come on up.
What kind of schedule you think you'll be able to have?
Pardon?
What kind of schedule? I know you've been fighting
For the building?
with TxDOT, yeah.
Yes, actually this year, I think Christmas came early for me, because I finally, after 7-8 months of wait, I got my permit from TxDOT last week.
Very good.
And I think if I start in January, I'm going to start grading next week. And if I start building in January, I should be done within 6 or 7 months.
Okay.
So,
No issues with the dirt or anything?
I'm gonna get all the bids tomorrow, and I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know what, how they do about
Because I heard,
pollution in their dirt and everything, how they
Yeah.
get about that.
yesterday I heard Grumps were complaining about getting the material, so I'm hoping that by the time I start building, this shortage issue on inventories should be sorted out, so.
Okay.
They're not expecting it to, I gotta tell you, but it's supposed to get better. But you might look at what your GC's gonna need to get started and get those ordered possibly.
Yeah. Cross my finger, every day we are losing money on this, city as well as me. So we want to start it as soon as possible.
Good to hear.
And I'll say, well, if it's all right with you, on behalf of EDC, one of the things that we saw is that he's gone through so much with TxDOT and everything else trying to get this thing going that, and he seems to have been over backwards to try to make sure our citizens that live around him and all that are happy, and so we wanted to try to help him any way we could.
Yeah. Once I start my business, I think a couple of unhappy people here in the neighborhood, they'll be my best customers. That's what my hope is.
Very good.
Because they are a little bit hesitant with a newcomer, new business. I think once everything's sorted out and they start doing business with me, they'll be happy.
When it looks anything like these artist renderings here, it's a lot more than just a convenience store. It looks like it's going to be very nice, so I hope that's what you can build and hope that we can keep it looking that way.
I'm hoping to do better than rendering.
Oh, there we go.
Good deal.
I'll be a good customer, I promise you.
Thanks.
Certainly will be an asset to that corner that's been vacant for years.
Yeah. So,
We appreciate your efforts in staying hit with it and being.
I didn't have any other option.
I know TxDOT's run you through the ringer, but I think we've moved fast every time we've had an issue.
Yeah.
So I think.
They might have their own set of problems with the COVID and backlog. Who knows what they are going through. So I'm happy that even after that much wait, we got the permits and we got the green light to go ahead.
So will we.
On the name on your LLC,